less than 24 hours before our couple gets to say I do, and that is kind of the time that some couples start getting cold feet. But don't worry, we got you covered. We have our mental health counselor and expert, Lynn Rifkin-Shine. Lynn, this is not uncommon for couples to have cold feet, is it? But what do you do about it?
Well, it's very, very common because it's the first time that, if you think about it, it's the first time you're starting to make big decisions together. It's the first time you're incorporating two families together, which is really difficult. In terms of what to do about it, I think that number one, staying organized. Another thing to do is hiring the experts to take care of things and having faith and trust that the experts can take care of things instead of feeling like you need to be on top of everything all the time.
How important is communicating with your spouse-to-be?
Extremely important. I think that you need to, you do have two sets of ideas. We've been planning these things since we were little children of what our wedding day is going to look like. And his idea and your idea, it's going to be very different. So it is important, and the families have strong ideas sometimes too. So I think it's really important to get everyone's opinions down first and then proceed.
You know, I had a friend of mine who got married before I did, and she said she was so worried about all the details that she didn't enjoy her wedding day because she was so nervous. And she told me, she made me promise her that by the time I got to the rehearsal dinner, I would let it go and just have fun. What kind of advice would you have folks so they don't get weighed down by their anxiety on their wedding day?
Well, that's exactly it. A lot of people, and I found a lot of people getting sick, or they try to self-medicate by drinking too much. And if you drink too much, you're really ruining your day. So stay clear-minded. The other thing is assigning, you know, the person, the wedding planner, and say, look, you're the go-to person on the day of the wedding. If something goes wrong, I can't do anything about it anyway. So instead of needing to find out every detail of everything prior to, you know, being there, let that person take care of it. And enjoy taking the moment. The other thing is eating. A lot of people choose not to eat because they're so excited, and that's a big mistake.
That is a big mistake. You know, we talked a little bit about cold feet and how common cold feet are for couples, but what about couples who legitimately may have some concerns? How can you tell the difference between legitimate, whoa, red flags and cold feet?
Okay. You're right, that most people do have some kind of cold feet or questioning because you're changing your life. But a lot of people come in for premarital counseling. Some people are hesitant and say, if we have to do premarital counseling, then what does that mean? I suggest it. I think that's great. You're learning negotiation skills and communication skills, and taking a look at, because you don't know what's normal and what's not, and leave it again to the professionals.
You know what? Our church where we got married required us to have premarital counseling, and I don't think that's, you know, uncommon. But at the time, I was kind of like, oh, we have to go to this. But it ended up being great. It got us talking, and by the time we got to the altar, we really were on the same page. And being on the same page is where you want to be on your wedding day.
That's exactly right. And a whole lot of like you said, different religions and different things require it. But if they don't require it, I would suggest talking to clergy anyway, or talking to the counselor anyway, to make sure that you feel calm and know more information. It doesn't come with a guide of what we're supposed to do when we're married.
All right, very good. I think the best advice for the wedding day itself, have fun.
Exactly, have fun and enjoy. There was someone on your Facebook page just now that wrote, I don't care what happens or if I get wine on my dress. And I loved that. She said, I'm marrying my soulmate, and that's what's important.
Oh, that's right. That is what's important. Thank you, Lynn Rifkin-Shine. We do have more advice, and we want to hear your tips and tricks on our Facebook page as well. Speaking of Facebook, we're going to send things over to Emily and the .com Check AM.